Hey, let's fight here with a tutorial on how to do an ask campaign in Kartra. And it's kind of a special version of how to do an ask campaign, because in Kartra what you can't do at the moment, hint hint, is have a nice big text field here. So what we'd like to have is a big text field where people can talk about their biggest obstacle, because the underlying philosophy of an ask campaign is we want to figure out who is really involved in the process, who is really looking for a solution to their problem. Because quite often you have people who are mildly interested and then they go, well, because I find it hard. What's your biggest obstacle about building a list? Well, getting leads. All right, and blah. They're not really thinking about it. They're not really involved in the process. Whereas when you have someone who really writes, what they've tried, what has worked for them, what hasn't worked, they are serious. And now you can invest your time and energy on helping them. So what we've got here is an example. That's a form I've created. It asks that big question: what is your biggest obstacle? Then I ask 3 more things. All of these are stored in custom fields, and then I ask for the name and email address. Submit. There you go. That's the end of it. So what I'm going to show you now is, first of all, how to set up these forms in case you haven't done it. Otherwise you can skip this part. It's basically using custom fields. And the second part then is I'm going to show you how to replace this single line field up here that is currently my biggest obstacle query field with a bigger form. So I tried doing this as a video, and because especially when you replace that field with a bigger sort of opt-in field or a text area, there are quite a few bits that need to be moved around. You need to actually fiddle with HTML. And because that's probably easier done in a step-by-step fashion, I'm going to shoot a couple of small videos and then do screenshots of the bits you need to move around. So with that, video number 1 is going to be about how to set up this core thing, how to set up an opt-in form that is basically a survey form, and then in part 2, how to create that bigger field at the top.